Hello, everyone. Welcome to another edition of YouTube Take. I am your host, Big Rat 310, with my guest,
Nightmare10.
Unfortunately, Nightmareballa1 could not be with us today, and there was a lot of football to be talked about this weekend, so we both felt that we had to get a show out. But Markeem, you're our biggest fan, and we appreciate that. Thanks, buddy.
And I feel like I'm going to need you on the show, Markeem. I miss you already.
Yeah, I miss you already too. But then now my Patriots hate will have no boundaries because we start the show off with the Patriots fucking failing because they actually played a good team.
Whatever. Whatever.
Kidding.
That?
It's not my fault that the most overrated team in the NFL,
The Texans? You're talking about the Texans now.
Everybody last week was saying, oh, this team's going to win the Super Bowl, and now all of a sudden it's quiet. Now all of a sudden it's like, oh shit, maybe this team isn't as good as we thought. Maybe this isn't the best Patriots team since 07, like they were saying. You know what? This team fucking blows. They suck. I'm so excited to see them lose in the first round of the playoffs to the Steelers, Ravens, or Dolphins. Bengals, they'll probably massacre the Bengals. Colts, they might win. But Steelers, Ravens, or Dolphins, I guarantee you would beat them in the first round of the playoffs. Because the Patriots suck. They're terrible. They're no good trash whatsoever.
Phil? Are putting down the hater rate. Put on the hater rate. Because he is...
All right.
Clearly drawn today.
The Patriots, in my opinion, are still the fourth best team in the NFL. But still.
NFL? The whole NFL?
Yeah.
Oh, then I need to hear the top four then. I thought you said the AFC last time, didn't you?
Yeah, but I was forced into saying that.
So who's the top three? No, not that.
The top three are Broncos, Niners, and I still have the Texans above the Patriots.
Oh, okay. So you have the Patriots above the Ravens. Wow, I'm shocked here.
Well, the Ravens are playing terrible. I think if the Ravens play you guys, they would beat you. But I think you would beat more teams than the Ravens would beat.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
I got you. See, I'm not gonna argue with your fourth. Whatever. I got you.
All right. So I'm actually gonna be serious this time. The Patriots were getting ass raped, murdered, and then the Niners choked. No bias there whatsoever. To be fair, there were receivers getting open that were not getting open earlier in the game. I think that was a big collapse by San Francisco, but obviously Brady deserves a lot of credit because a lot of teams just give up at that point, even if it's easier to get open. A lot of teams just give up, and the Patriots, they're the Patriots. You got to put them away if you want to beat them. And, well, at the end of the day, the Niners won. And at the end of the day, the Patriots now are most likely not going to get the first-round bye. And as we all know, when the Patriots have not gone the first-round bye, they have not gone to the Super Bowl ever in the past 10 years. So, Phil, what are your thoughts on your precious Patriots performance on Sunday?
If you follow me on there, which I feel like I say that all the time, but anyways, you saw my game-by-game thoughts and everything like that. At the time, we were down, I think 31-3, I believe is the worst it got. 31-3.
Yeah.
I literally at that point I was like, this is my nightmare. This is the worst thing that could have happened because we just creamed the Texans last week and then it's happening to us.
And then I would have been on the show going, yeah, this team sucks.
But I think, to me, and maybe this is the positive side of me, not the negative, I don't know. But I was like, once, at that point right there, I was just like, you know what? Maybe this is the last thing we need. I said that. I said it on Twitter. I was like, man, this is just what we need. We needed to get.
You said that on the show? You said this on the show?
Yeah, I said it on the show. I said that was a possibility. I didn't want them to lose, but if that happens, maybe that's what we needed. I don't know. We'll see. But, I said it on Twitter. I was like, maybe this is a butt whooping we needed. First of all, I want to say that we did something in that whole span of 31-3 that we haven't done all year, and that's turn the ball over like it was like, here, you want the ball? Like we fumbled twice, actually fumbled 3 times, but kept the third one. 2 interceptions. One was a I'll even say bad throw by Tom Brady. I was like, Brady, it's Christmas time, I know, but you don't have to give him a Christmas gift. One was just a bad throw. I mean, I love my boy, but it was a bad throw. The other one was just a fluke little, which you could also say was a bad throw in the sense that he was trying to squeeze it in there and it popped out, interception. But it was one of those things where it's an interception, but it's not really the quarterback's fault, in my opinion. But still, a turnover. It doesn't matter how it happens. It's still a turnover. So that's 2. I mean, I think, and I looked over this couple of days ago when I thought I was going to be able to do the show. Then I got sick, so apologize to the fans. But and I'm still trying to get over it. But I believe the Niners scored twice out of those 4 turnovers. I believe they scored off of 2 of them. One of the turnovers, like Niners out to score, and then they turned the ball over, which is apparently now becoming a controversial turnover. But whatever.
Wait,
I
didn't know this. They turned the ball over and then turned the ball over again.
Yeah, no, we turned the ball over, and they were going down to score with it. And then, like, they were on, like, the 5, or I don't know what DR line. I'm never good with that stuff. But they were literally, like, first and goal. But then, who was it that fumbled the ball? Somebody. We'll just say Frank Gore. I know it wasn't Frank Gore. It was somebody else. I can't think of who it was. Gosh, I'm not going to say Frank Gore because I know that's not who it was. But anyways, it was getting thrown in, like, one of the little quick passes to the side, and the guy caught it. And, like, as soon as he caught it, to me, he had 2 feet down, and then he got hit and he got fumbled. A lot of people say he didn't have 2 feet down. Whatever. My opinion was he did.
So they could have put up 48 points.
Yeah, they could. If they had scored there, I think the comeback wouldn't have mattered at all. So that fumble was huge.
What was the score at that point?
I think that's. I don't know. I'll have to look it up, but
okay.
I know that was crucial for us to get that fumble. And actually almost turned into points for us as far as turning like that play, but he was ruled down. Keith the lead was the one that picked it up, but yeah, I mean the turnovers, like I said, just starting with that, turnovers were huge in this game. But saying that too, I'm not trying to make excuses for the Patriots. I think they played their worst game, turnovers and non-turnovers. The Niners defense, I knew the defensive line was good. But I mean, let's face it. You don't get to see all of a team for most. You can claim you know the whole team, but like unless you're able to watch a lot of their games, and the Niners just don't come on TV a lot. So I'm not able to see a whole lot of them. But I knew they were good. Obviously, I didn't think we were going to cream the Niners. But their cornerbacks are really good. I think they played Wes Welker really good for most of the game. Obviously, the comeback, but I think they really played. Like I said, Aaron Hernandez, I don't think is 100% healthy, for one thing I want to say. I think he's just, something's not right. I think he's getting very scared when he goes to catch the ball or something. So I'm hoping he needs to kind of get it together there. But the Niners defense overall is legit. I think Kaepernick played really well against the Patriots to a certain extent. A lot of people are bashing on him. I heard a lot of Niners fans like, oh, he couldn't hold on to the ball. I was like, dude, it was raining. Like, yeah. I was like, it was raining and he didn't lose it. Okay, yeah, if he loses a bunch of fumbles and the Patriots win by a blowout because of that, yeah, okay, I guess you can get him hate, but he didn't lose any of those bad snaps, which I was like, I just knew eventually he would lose one, and he didn't. So you got to give him that. And I know I'm going all over the place, but and I'll get back to the turnover thing when I can find it, but yeah, the Patriots, I think, but after the game, then let's get to the comeback part. So then the Patriots start coming back. I think, literally, I looked at Brady, like, you could just look at Brady, and he's like, screw this. This is not about to happen on national television. And Brady just did work, and the Niners just had to sit back and watch. And then I want to talk about when we finally tied it up, and the two crucial plays back-to-back. I'm pretty sure they were back-to-back. We kick it off to them and allow a huge return from I think LaMichael James is the guy that was returning it.
Yeah. Yes, that's true.
Who really hasn't done hardly anything as far as I know for the Niners. So for him to do that to us, I was like, oh gosh. I was like, we just gave good field position. If anything, they get a field goal out of this, which is fast points. But anyways, so we yeah, you just gotta forgive me. I lose train of thought sometimes.
It's not my fault that you're. Oh, sorry.
Shut up. But yeah, so that gives them great field position. And then on the first play, which was a good call. If it works, it's one of those calls where if it works, it's awesome. If it doesn't work, you look like an idiot. Well, this is one of those plays where you look like an idiot. We blitzed, and nobody brought that up on the touch. They're like, "Oh, what an awesome touchdown play by Michael Crabtree!" Yeah, anyone could score. I could score when the whole defense is rushing at the line. Like no one. The only guy that Crabtree had to beat is I don't remember who was over there, but he had to beat one guy, and the guy missed the tackle, and he was gone. We blitzed on that play. didn't work, touchdown, and then the key comes to, well, the Niners defense needed some rest. Well, they're back on again, so I'm like, well, we'll easily just drive down the field and score and whatever. But the Niners defense stepped it up. And then as far as it comes down to the end where you let them go for a field, I don't care. At that point, I think kick a field goal and go for this. It's whatever. I was like, you have to stop them. You have to do what you got to do. So at that point, it's all luck, really, in my opinion. It really comes down to luck. You got to get an offside kick it comes down to pure luck. So it doesn't matter if they scored a field goal or what, or whether you stop and score a field goal or what. So, I mean, to me, I would want the touchdown, but then you have like 20 to 30 seconds, I think, if they would have for a touchdown. That's if they get it like fast, and you can't guarantee to get a touchdown that fast. But another thing I want to say about the game, though, is Brady threw 60, which they were down, so that's obvious, but he threw 65 times in that game. Most since what game? Seattle. And if you don't remember, we lost that game. We weren't down in that game like this one. We weren't down till the end. But throwing that much, like, it's been proven when we're able to balance the run and the pass, it works out for us. But to throw 65 times, we're not going to win that way. Not against a defense that's like, okay, we know you're going to throw. I mean, eventually we're going to stop you. And that's what happened, I think, against the Niners. I think eventually they stopped us. I mean, yeah, we went on a huge run with that they couldn't stop, but eventually they were going to be able to stop us if they're the defense that everyone claims them to be, and they are. So it was tough, but to be honest, after the game, I wasn't that upset. I was like, we lost to the better team. I mean, that night they were the better team,
and forever and ever they will be the better team, just like any credible team will be the better team, because the Patriots suck.
But this is typical Big Rat. He totally forgets about the teams that he thinks there's going to be the Patriots, and they don't. Rams, Texans. So the Texans are really the more overrated team. But yeah, props. Anyways, to finish it out, props to the Niners. Going to be awesome. It'd be awesome if we saw them again. To be honest, I think that the amount of turnovers we made, it's not going to happen again in another game. It's not going to happen. We're not going to throw. Brady's not going to throw 2 interceptions, and Ridley's not going to fumble twice. Kareem's not going to fumble. So
all I know is if you look at some of the teams in the NFC that the Patriots could play in the Super Bowl, Niners, Seahawks, Giants, I don't think you want to see any of those 3 teams.
Well, to be honest, the road in the AFC, it's going to be interesting. I'll leave it at that. He's right though. I mean, the defensive lines. To me, in the AFC, we're not going to face the defensive line like we will if we win out and we go to the Super Bowl. We're not. I mean, so are we prepared? Will this game right here prepare us for that? Will the game against Seattle prepare us for that? Hopefully it will. I mean, I just have to hope for that. I know the past proves whatever for Big Rat, but we'll see.
All right.
I'm still confident. Still confident in my team. I don't think this means, oh my gosh, we're done. But I will say something on what Big Rat said earlier about, everybody thought they were going to. People jump from week. That's why I hate power rankings. From week to week, there's a better team. No, that doesn't happen. And I think, Big Rat, I think you said this in the last podcast. But maybe the 49ers were the best team of all year, and they have been, and they just
we said that the first few weeks. We all did, like week 1 and 2. We're like, oh yeah, the Niners are the best team in the NFL, and then we keep changing it. But maybe it's been that way. By the way, on the power rankings, 1 and 2 are the Niners and the Broncos, and 3 is Texans, and 4 is Patriots. So it's exactly what I have, just with the order switch between San Fran and Broncos.
It's crazy, but yeah. I mean, I'll admit I thought I slept a little bit on the Niners as far as being the best team because their losses and tie to the Rams, but. It happens. I mean, every team is going to lose to a team that you don't. I mean, the Patriots lost. The Patriots are 1 and 3 against the NFC West. If you had told me that before the year, I'd have laughed. I'm not even gonna lie. I just straight up laughed that we were going to be 1 and 3 against them. It's insane, but it happens.
The NFC West, because the Patriots suck.
Oh, shut up, Big Rat. You're talking about your Dolphins. You barely can make the playoffs at 8-8. We're
gonna make the play. All right. But yes, the Patriots did good. Props to them. They still suck, but they did good. Respect. But the Niners are the better team, just like any team they play are the better team, because Brady is never gonna get that 4th ring.
For the Texans. That's for the Texans.
Never. never, ever, for never, never, ever, never, ever, ever is Brady going to see a fourth Super Bowl. Because this team's not going to change. This team is going to do the exact same thing these next 5 years, which is proven to not be able to work. So until they get that defense back to where it was in that 02 through 05 years, you're not going back to you're not going to win another Super Bowl. And I don't know why Belichick hasn't fucking realized that with 2 Super Bowl failures and 7 years since winning a ring, that maybe his current method needs tightening up.
Maybe he's working on that defense, which has gotten better over the years. Sometimes it takes a while to get you can't just change over the course of 1 year, first of all.
Okay.
And second of all, Brady can retire today and still have more rings than Dan Marino. You're. That's not a knock on Dan Marino. That's a knock on Big Red.
Any intelligent NFL fan will tell you without question all time Dan Marino's better than Tom Brady.
That was a knock on you, not Dan Marino.
Go fuck yourself. Don't disrespect. Don't be disrespectful.
Don't be disrespectful. You should tell that to yourself.
All right. So now we move on to the last week's recap. Last week was very interesting. Markeem, you want to give your thoughts? Oh wait, you couldn't show up. Yes, I'm burying him on this show that we recorded without him, without his permission.
Wow. We'll see if he no-shows the whole show. We'll see about it.
All right. So last week was very interesting in that we all tied. We all finished at 6-3.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, you and Markeem both went out on a limb twice, and you were right and wrong. You were right once and wrong once. For instance, and I was just like in the middle. I was agreeing with both of you on a lot of things. For instance, Markeem went out on a limb and picked the Giants to win, and he was wrong. But
we'll get to that game.
Yes. But Markeem also went out on a limb and picked the Niners to win, and he was right.
I won't say a limb, but yeah.
You picked the Packers to win when we both didn't, and you were right.
Y'all both picked the Bears?
Yeah. But you picked the Steelers when we both picked the Cowboys. So that's what screwed you over.
Freaking Steelers.
And my bad. And you also picked the Saints when we both picked the Buccaneers.
Woo! How many points did the Bucs score? That was awesome. I'm sorry. Oh, that was so awesome.
But you also picked the Ravens when we picked the Broncos.
Oh, but to my discredit on that one, I'm not taking back, and I didn't change my pick, even though I knew as soon as I knew Ray Lewis actually wasn't playing, I knew I was wrong. I said that on Twitter too, but
yeah.
I'm not backtracking. But I was going off of what you had told me that Ray Lewis.
Markeem is coming.
Yes, I didn't know if you saw that.
Yeah.
I was trying to keep it secret.
Oh shit. Okay, fine. Well, he'll just join in mid-show.
Right.
Let me see. Is he on Skype?
No, he's on.
As soon as he's on, Adam. But all right. So I kind of was in the middle. You know, I was right with you in picking the Falcons. I was right with Markeem in picking the Broncos and the Cowboys. But I was also wrong with you in picking the Patriots, and I was wrong with Markeem in picking the Bears. But yeah, we all finished 6-3. So nothing to really say. But productive effort. Anything about last week's games? Anything? First thing that you think of besides the Patriots game off the top of your head that jumped at you? Go.
Well, first I want to say maybe I don't want to bring this up because I don't want you to do this, but maybe when you pick the Patriots, they actually lose.
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
Oh, that evil laugh.
When I've picked the Patriots on YouTube Take, now I didn't pick them to beat the Seahawks, but whatever. Whenever I've said on YouTube Take the Patriots are going to win, they've lost.
Well, you did pick them to beat the Seattle Seahawks, though. So then they lost. I mean, I know you.
The Seahawks, I knew.
No, yeah, but you picked them is what I'm saying. So you picked them then, and you picked them against the Niners. They lost both games. That's the only time you ever picked them.
I know. I'm the Patriot curse.
Right. So just keep picking against them. We'll see what happens. I hope.
Hey, I'm picking them to beat the Bengals.
Yeah, if they face the Bengals. But anyways, as far as last week, what stands out to me, Well, the biggest thing that stands out to me, and I know I picked, like I said, we just talked about this a little bit. The biggest thing that stands out to me is if Ray Lewis is not healthy or Ray Lewis doesn't get on that field, or even not even that, Baltimore's in trouble. Like, they're just flat out in trouble.
Yep.
I think Ray Lewis coming back on the field would give them a boost, but that offense is just out of whack.
Flacco is playing horrendous.
And I know exactly. He had like one of the lowest QBRs next to Sanchez one week, or when was it last week?
I'll tell you this: the 2 lowest QBR ratings of the year were both by Flacco against the Texans and against the Broncos.
Unbelievable. And Marquinhos not here to talk about his boy, but
his boy that sucks.
Yeah, I mean, he can't deny that. I mean,
but Flacco's playing terrible, and they're playing the fucking Giants this week. Very good chance they're losing 4 in a row.
Don't quote Skip Bayless on the show, calling him Fluco. Come on now. Anyways, but yeah, he's played horrible. You can do nothing to deny that. But I think that the Ravens that's just a lot of questions. They obviously know they're in trouble when they fired their coordinator and tried to change it right off the bat. Well, that didn't work apparently. First game it takes a while, but I think the Ravens. I obviously first game back with Ray Lewis. I think it'll give you a spark. We've seen weird things like that with Troy Polamalu and the Steelers. The team just does not play the same, even on both sides of the ball. It's weird like that, but that's why I say Ben can get hurt all he wants as long as it's not Troy Polamalu for that team. But same thing
with Ben. With Ben, they're 1-4. With Charlie Batch, they were 1-2.
Right there you go. So there you go. I mean, with Troy, their records. It's not like dominant with Troy and dominant and not dominant without, but it's close. It's like you can see it shows in the records. What I'm saying. But I think the Ravens are the same thing with Ray Lewis. It's just their backbone's not out there, and they just don't have that confidence that they need. So we'll see. That's just the biggest I see from that week, and I see that. I guess other than that, that's pretty much the only thing that really completely stood out to me. I would say, yeah.
Okay.
Of course, Atlanta.
That was ridiculous. Although
shutting out the Giants, but to be honest, I want to support the Falcons in this, but that's the Giants. One week they show up, the next week they're like, "Oh, okay, we're cool. We don't want to play this week." Like, you don't know what to think with the Giants. Like, you really don't.
I really do think that the Falcons this week were on a mission after that Carolina game to tell everybody, hey, stop overlooking us. We are a contender in this conference. And I think now everybody can acknowledge that the Falcons deserve respect.
They deserve it. They won't get it, but they deserve it.
And
they still won't get it. I still don't think
they're probably going to finish 14-2, and they'll be the most least talked about 14-2 team that I've ever seen in my life.
And hopefully for them, that means that they'll easy truck to the Super Bowl. For them.
Yeah, that's what I told my friend Ben, because my friend Ben.
Not easy.
Hold on. I honestly think. Oh, Mark, someone's coming to join us.
We got a friend. We got someone in here.
What's up, fellas?
What's up,
Marky?
You're live in studio.
You're live.
Oh, y'all got the show going now?
Yeah, we already recorded like 20, 30 minutes of it.
Big Rat wanted to start it, so.
So what did I miss?
We talked about the Patriots.
Big Rat being a dick. That's what you missed.
I was just blatantly trolling the Patriots' loss. You should hear the audio. It's quite great. Phil actually breaks down the game and how it worked out, and the whole time I'm just like, because the Patriots are awful.
Can I say my piece of
Yes. Go ahead.
Sorry, Phil. I'm gonna be a little disrespectful.
Oh.
The Niners have been exposed.
The Niners?
18 minutes. Yes, 18 minutes. How do you give up 28 points? I don't want to hear that Brady shit because he really had a great of a game. He just had a bunch of yards. I don't want to hear that.
Kaepernick had a better quarterback rating.
Yeah. That shows me right there that they are vulnerable. They are not who we think they are. Like, come playoff time. Like seriously, I don't think that's an anomaly because How many great defenses in history have you known that give up 4 touchdowns in 18 minutes? It was pathetic. That was pathetic. The fact that the Patriots were in that game late is pathetic. It's absolutely pathetic. Props to them, though. I mean, this is me also giving props. Props to them for staying honest. Yeah, I mean, they kept pushing. They didn't give up. And props to them, because most teams is phoning in when they're down by that much. Patriots did not. So props to them. But it should never have gotten that close. I was very disappointed with them. Very disappointed.
But my thing is, if you're giving up on, if you
ready to put them lights on, son.
And you didn't pick them up.
Shut up.
Like, you can't tell me you didn't look at him there was intensity, son. That dude was like, this is not happening on national television.
Listen. Hold on.
Okay.
Here's my thing. Many people after this game, and I started to agree with them, were saying, well, it looks like that Denver 49ers Super Bowl that we all talked about might be a possibility. If you don't have the Niners, I mean, I know you had the Packers in your predictions, and no one's talking about them now, which they're not exactly they're not underdogs. They don't have the attention on them. But do you trust the Packers?
They won this week.
Who do you trust? Who do you trust in the NFC if it's not the Niners?
No. I don't trust them either. I don't trust any of them teams. None of them.
So the Giants can go back to the Super Bowl in your opinion?
Yeah.
You said the Giants?
Yeah.
Oh, that's possible. It's possible that they barely get in and win the whole thing again. That's possible.
What? But
and that will further validate my point about the NFL regular season.
But let me say this. Do you trust the Falcons more than the Niners in the playoffs?
Of course not.
Okay then. So we're at a point where you don't trust either of the top two seeds in the NFC.
No.
But what I was gonna say is, to his defense, is how can you trust any team in the NFC when the dominant teams in the NFC never win? It's always a random team. Like, I mean, it just is. Like I always brought up the stat. Of course, it changed last year because Giants screwed it up, but still, in the same sense, they kept it. Not counting last year, like the last 10 years have been a different NFC team winning, going to the Super Bowl. So the Giants were the first team in the last 11 years to be somewhat different. So it's like, to go back.
The Cowboys, baby!
Oh gosh.
Yo, I'm gonna be real. I would not be shocked if that happened now. Seriously, if they barely got in and made it all the way, I'd be shocked if they won. But if they made it there, I wouldn't be shocked. At this point, I wouldn't be shocked. That's how ridiculously inconsistent all these teams are.
That's pretty true. That's true. Can't deny. I mean, I don't. Gosh, if the Cowboys made the Super Bowl, unless they're playing us, that'd be a massacre. So that'd be awesome. But
I think all the top AFC teams would just destroy them.
Yeah, me too.
I'm starting to get around the idea that whoever wins the AFC is winning the whole thing.
I think so too.
Even if it's the Miami Dolphins
or the New England Patriots.
And like I said,
that sounds more logical. I don't know what this kid.
Yeah, I don't know what this kid's talking.
But as we so astutely pointed out several times in the show, the Patriots have never gone to the Super Bowl when they didn't get the first round bye, and now it doesn't look like they're getting the first round bye.
Shut up. Yeah, I'm going off on that real quick. You do realize they haven't won a Super Bowl. They've went to the last 2 Super Bowls and they've lost. So maybe they need to not do that. Maybe they don't need to be that number 1 or number 2 seed. So take that and shove it up your crack.
Yeah,
it might be true. They might have
to be that. Maybe they need the harder road. Maybe that's the whole reason. Because if you remember, they were a top seed, but they weren't favorites in the Super Bowl against the Rams.
Okay,
they were.
Like I told you a few minutes ago, and I still believe this. Belichick hasn't changed this Patriots team since 2007.
He has, though. You don't know.
The team's been very, very similar year to year. There's changes now. It's a little more well-rounded than before. Slightly. But it's still the same fucking formula that hasn't worked. They haven't won another Super Bowl. And until Belichick realizes that and goes back to what was working in 2005 and make that defense one of the top 3 defenses in the NFL.
The league is different now, kid.
Yes, but I'm tired of seeing the same goddamn thing every year. And then everyone picks the Patriots to win the Super Bowl every year, and every year it doesn't happen.
Well, that's also true.
Well, I mean,
And
I
am now.
gonna pick them like crazy, but
I am now 2-2 on my bowl.
And we also
Lafayette about to win.
the Raging Cajuns.
Yeah,
I picked
they're about to
them.
win.
Wait a minute. What's the other one that you lost?
The BYU and freaking San Diego State game.
Who'd you pick? San Diego State and BYU won?
Yeah, BYU massacred them.
So Markeem, and wait, what's the other one you got right?
I got the Arizona and the best game of the year, by the way.
Yes.
Arizona and
Utah State.
Arizona. Yeah, there you go. Arizona, Utah State.
You do realize that I picked the Raging Cajuns to win. So now,
I know.
Phil did too, actually. So me and Phil are 3-1, and you are 2-2.
someone doesn't watch college football.
Someone really doesn't watch college football.
Oh my God.
Marky.
And we also went over the games over the weekend where you finished 6-3, Phil finished 6-3, I finished 6-3. You went out on a limb with the Giants and was wrong, very wrong.
Very wrong.
But you also went out on a limb with the Niners and were right slightly. So
Yeah, I was barely right though. Man, I cannot believe that. That was so just horrible. That was like one of the worst collapses I've seen in a while. That was bad.
But me and you were wrong on the Bears. But it's amazing. It's amazing. I want to try.
I'm starting to think they don't even get in now.
No, okay, no. But
Markeem.
I think it's impossible for the Bears not to make the playoffs because let me ask you, with off the top of your head, who are the two biggest disasters in the NFL that are not the Jets or the Eagles?
Aren't the Jets or the Eagles?
Yes.
Yeah, but
You mean of like teams that were projected to be better than they are?
Yeah.
Well, the Saints are one.
Doesn't count. Lost their coach.
Oh well, okay. Let's see.
Think. Disaster.
well, one of these he's not going to guess because they shouldn't have been good anyway. But the other
Who
one,
are you talking about, kid? I'm not sure.
the Cardinals and the Lions.
Yes.
Oh, the Cardinals. Oh, well, the Lions. The
Lions
are the biggest disaster of all.
Right.
The game is over. Just fall. The game is over. Just fall because the game is over. Okay, all right. Now I'm 2-2 officially.
What? What part are you talking about?
The rest of that game.
Oh, okay. Game's over. Fall. I was like the Lions. What?
Okay, so they're playing. The Bears are tied with the Vikings, and the Bears are playing the Cardinals and the Lions, and the Vikings are playing the Texans and the Packers. The Bears have been bad. They're not fucking losing to the Cardinals or the Lions. Let's be real.
I hope not.
See, that's my thing. I don't trust the Bears, so I wouldn't shock
But
me
it's
if they
the
lost.
Cardinals. You trust the Cardinals?
I don't trust the Cardinals either, but it's the Bears, and they're both on the road. They're not in Soldier Field, so
It's still the Cardinals. Phil,
the Cardinals should wake up.
Phil, the Jets beat the Cardinals.
I know we couldn't. Shut up.
Neither could we. It's okay.
Replacement refs, though. Replacement refs. That's what I'm bringing that one on. But.
Okay, but yes, the Bears play the Cardinals and the Lions, and the Vikings play the Texans and the Packers. Like, I don't know. It seems too hard.
But if the playoffs today, the Bears don't make it.
Yes, but I don't see the Vikings winning this week. And it's in Houston, isn't it?
Yes, it is in Houston.
You know what? When we did that game, I got a funny thing to say about that. Are
you still, little preview here, are you still riding Adrian Peterson to the playoffs like you said earlier?
I got to be honest with myself this week. They probably won't win, but I think he'll have 200 yards.
Okay. Fair enough. Well, they are just fucking...
We need to talk about that, too.
I think well over 200 yards, too.
We need to talk about that, too, the MVP race.
Yeah, that was the next topic. After I got to the fucking... Hold on, I have it right here. After we got to the Patriots massacre, MVP, it's become a little more clear. I think that, like, a few weeks ago it was kind of like blurry. Now it's pretty obvious. Your only two choices are Adrian Peterson or Peyton Manning. And in my opinion, it should be three choices: Adrian Peterson, Peyton Manning, and Andrew Luck. But I don't think Andrew Luck's winning it this year.
Andrew Luck, all love the guy. He's done great for the team, but his stats are going to hold him. I mean, that's just the truth. I mean, it is. I mean, I know what he's done with the team is great, but when stats just people are going to look at it and be like, no.
I will say this: I think Kirk Cousins coming in and all the attention that Alfred Morris is getting recently is really going to hurt RG3's case. Because Adam Schefter's story today, he wrote a story saying that basically Alfred Morris is almost just as valuable as RG3 is on the Redskins, and no one realizes it, which is what I've been fucking saying for God fucking knows how long. And Kirk Cousins coming in when RG3 goes down and puts up 38 points. I know it was the Browns. The Browns don't allow 40 points every week.
Kirk Cousins can play, man. I'm saying that since they drafted him. That dude can play.
So give your thoughts. Adrian Peterson, is it playoffs, rushing record, or is it no matter what?
In my opinion, no matter what. They got 8 wins with Christian Ponder, no receivers. When they put 7 dudes in the box every game, and this man has still had the best year of his career, I feel like he's averaging 6 yards a carry against 8 men, pretty much every day. That's ridiculous.
In the most pass heavy NFL ever.
Exactly. And I y'all know how much I love Barry Sanders. I thought his 2,000-yard season was the best season ever. I think this is even better. This season that Adrian Peterson is having right now.
Phil?
Well, I was gonna say I think that for his case, now I'm with Markeem. I think without a doubt, I think AP is MVP. But I think for him to actually win it, they have to make the playoffs. It's just the way the NFL works. I think, for him to win it over a quarterback, they have to make the playoffs. They don't make the playoffs, and he's comparing it and he's up for grabs, but he's he's competing for MVP with guys like Peyton Manning. God forbid, even me, I'm even going to say this, why he's in the conversation, but he is. You have to admit it. He's in it. I don't want him in it. Tom Brady. The media keeps saying it. I can't. So that means that he's actually in the conversation, unlike he shouldn't be. But whatever. So he has great numbers, but offensive player of the year. But to beat out Peyton or Brady or anyone else that you would have up there, or the quarterbacks, they have to playoffs. I mean, this is how this league is driven, and I feel bad for AP because he's had an amazing season. Probably gonna have the rushing record. I'm pretty sure he's gonna get it. I don't know how.
It's gonna be hard. They got to get 294 in the last 2 games.
Oh, he's that. Oh, I thought he was closer. Okay, well maybe
he has more yards at this point than Eric Dickerson did. That's why everyone thinks he's so close.
Oh, Dickerson must have killed it the last 2 weeks. Then.
Yeah.
But
yes, he did. Okay. That food and catch passes. But go ahead.
Right. But yeah.
Y'all can't tell I thought he was a little overrated a little bit.
Yeah. You said if he can catch, but Dickerson can't. Is that what you're saying?
I will say this. I will say, for me right now, he's my MVP. But I'm with Phil on this one. I know this isn't you, this is the media, but I actually agree with them. In my opinion, in this league, the MVP, I said this at the start of the year, the MVP has to be on a playoff team. Like you said, Markeem, you don't give the Heisman to someone in college football who's 5-7.
Unless it's a rare case, like RG3 last year.
But they were still 8-3, 9-3.
Yeah. I mean, he ended up in Holiday Bowl, so
Okay, I get you. But my point is that it really should be a playoff team because, in my opinion, you have guys like Andrew Luck who are single-handedly carrying the Colts to the playoffs, and he shouldn't be MVP. But if guys like that exist, then the guys that get the MVP award above them should be able to carry the team to the playoffs by himself. And I know it's harder as a running back, and it's a quarterback-driven league.
I get what y'all saying.
It's just to me, it's so hard to. There's so many great players in this league, and winning the MVP is hard. Do you know what it is to be the best player in the NFL? That's nearly impossible. The best player in the NFL really can't carry a team to the playoffs when we've seen so many people not win the MVP award do it in the past. All those years that Peyton didn't win the MVP and someone else won it instead of him, and where he was single-handedly, he carried a team on his back to the Super Bowl. Like, I've just seen so many players not win the MVP award who were single-handedly carrying teams to the playoffs that to give it to someone whose team didn't go to the playoffs, I don't think it's fair. And I get that, it's a more quarterback-heavy league. The running backs don't have as much power. It's the least amount of rushing attempts in NFL history. But I don't.
That's annoying too. I feel you, kid, but the most annoying thing about that is that before each season starts, it's pretty much predetermined that some quarterback get the award, and that's annoying. It's annoying as hell. It's the most valuable player, the most valuable quarterback. That shit is lame.
Hey,
that shit is lame.
At week five, I was saying it should have been J.J. Watt because he was single-handedly owning the Texans' defense. But I'm sorry, it has to be a playoff team. I'm sorry.
I agree. I agree to an extent.
And I really don't think the Vikings are going to the playoffs.
90% of the time, I would agree. 90% this time. Not after the season do this happen. No. I would be highly disappointed if he did.
Even if he doesn't make the playoffs and doesn't break the rushing record.
Well, I don't know. Like, let's put it like this: if he gets 2,000 yards, if he doesn't win the award, I'm real upset. Not gonna lie.
I mean, Chris Johnson got 2,000, but they didn't give it to him.
Yeah, but who gives a fuck, man?
But that's because they weren't on a relevant team. It's the same situation.
But they weren't even close. So weren't they like 7-9 and 6-10 or some bullshit like that?
7-9, I think. I'll look it up.
I'm trying to see.
The Vikings are still in the hunt. And Chris Johnson had way more in Tennessee than AP has now.
True.
They literally put the kid. He plays against 8 guys every play. He averages yards a carry.
LT had 815 yards when the MVP.
Yeah, but I think it was the touchdowns for him though.
Yeah, he had the touchdown.
Yeah, 28. Yeah, 28 touchdowns.
That
was the last running back to win.
What year did Johnson run? 2009 or 010?
10.
They won 6 and 10.
See?
Yeah.
At least they're in the hunt. I mean, I see what y'all saying, but this is just a special circumstance, man. This is different.
I will say this. I do not think he should win Comeback Player of the Year at all because people are misunderstanding that award. That award is supposed to be comeback from either a previously bad season or an injury that kept you off the table for the whole for most of the season. This motherfucker got injured in week 16. This isn't a comeback from a previous season. This is a comeback from the off season. It's not what the nature of the award is supposed to be. That's why that one has to go to Peyton Manning. The award is supposed to be a comeback.
I forgot about it.
But Vic won it, and he played he didn't play at all.
Vic was in jail. Vic was,
when he won it, he was in jail the year before.
Yeah.
No, well, he had got out and didn't play much, and then the next year he went nuts.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's to me, it's the comeback from. It's not what's the comeback from. People think it's a comeback from injury. That's not what it is. It's a comeback from a previously poor performance, either because of injury or because of bad stats. It's not just, give it to anybody. And that's why I don't think...
But AP was still coming back from injury just because
But it was week 16, but his season numbers last year were still great.
He tore his ACL, though.
Yeah, but he all he missed was a game in Philadelphia.
Yeah,
he had a great season last year, missed a game, and played every game this year. He really didn't come back from anything.
Yeah, what I'm saying is, with that injury, people aren't supposed to come back as fast as he did.
Well, I mean, that is true, but the kid is saying
that he should. Well, I agree. Yes, Peyton should easily win it. Don't get me there. I think Peyton should win it. I'm just saying to say AP can't be in the combo is not.
I'm not saying he can't be in the combo. I'm saying it's not. It shouldn't be.
That's not what it was intended for. I give you a good example. Garrett Hurst. Yeah. You remember the kid?
Niners back. The 99-yard touchdown run on Monday night, on opening day.
Yeah. When he won it the year before, he totally destroyed. It was like the Marcus Lattimore type injury. Yeah. Week 1 of that season. No, it was week 2. My bad. Week 2 of that season, and he missed a ton of time. And then the next year, he had 14 yards. Yeah.
That's a comeback.
Adrian Peterson. Yeah, like A.J. Peterson in total has only missed 1 game. He was great last year. So
let me read you the previous comeback player of the years. Matt Stafford, who the year before had a mediocre 4-12 season, and then he threw for 5,000 yards. Michael Vick, who was in fucking jail. Tom Brady, the year after he fucking was out week 1. Chad Pennington, who was cut and out the entire season, and then the Dolphins picked him up. Greg Ellis, who I think fucking tore his collarbone or some shit like that. Chad Pennington again, because, always hurt. And then Steve Smith and Teddy Bruschi.
Yeah, always hurt.
Teddy Bruschi, who, as you know very well, came back from a fucking stroke. And Willis McGahee.
You blow on Chad Pennington, he would have got hurt.
Yeah, exactly. Teddy Bruschi, son. Oh,
like, these are all, like, people that missed an entire season or, like, had poor performances.
Right. I'm not... Right, that's not what I'm saying.
For Major Peterson, it's like improving from what, 1,200, from 1,300 yards to 2,000?
It's not about that, though. It's coming back from that injury. Like,
but it's not, but the offseason doesn't count.
Why does it not count? Like, I understand it doesn't count compared to Peyton. Obviously, like I said, Peyton wins this award because he didn't play at all.
Because you got to think about it. Like, you go by his play. Like, let's say someone's bowling in the off season, and they tear the ACL and then they make it back. You know what I mean? Like you know what I mean? Like, but they still play. But they didn't miss any games last year. You gonna get him comeback player of the year?
Yeah, that's off-season. He still hurt himself during the season, whether it was last week or not. He still was during the season. That's different. You're saying off-season. Like, yeah, but he hurt himself during the season.
But my point is that he didn't really miss any time though, Phil. He didn't come back because he didn't miss anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, he didn't miss anything.
He missed training camp.
Oh, who cares?
I'm just
that all the time.
Well, that's Brett Favre just choosing
but he earned the right to do that. Whatever though.
He we're not getting
he earned the right to do that. Crap. Yeah.
Another thing of note, the Texans beat the Colts exactly how I said they would. J.J. Watt was giving that boy lots of problems in that game. It was just, it was a comeback. It was kind of like a statement, we're coming back, we still got this conference and all this and that. Next thing I want to talk...
Look at the respectable, though. He kept
he did. It wasn't the 30-13 game I thought it would be. It was
but I also want to say, I just want to pull that... I was talking about Luck. I also think Luck won't win Rookie of the Year.
Why? You think they'll give it to RG3?
I think his stats once again will hurt him.
No, because this is what
Yes,
people don't realize. He only has one more interception than Cam Newton did last year. I'm done. Like, I'm tired of people bringing up the interceptions number. He has one more interception than Cam Newton did last year. Cam Newton fucking got the award. I'm done.
And Cam Newton was the only one.
Cam Newton was the only, like, rookie.
Right.
No, but I'm saying, like, they can't look.
Now you got Russell Wilson.
I'm just telling you, I don't want it. I think Andrew Luck should get Rookie of the Year, but he won't. I don't think
they'll give it to RG3 because I really do think him getting hurt really, really hurts his case.
I'm just saying, I think, look, the interceptions are going to come back to bite Andrew Luck. I'm just saying.
But they know that he's
y'all know who y'all talking to? I don't care if either one of them got it. It don't hurt me none.
Everybody, look. The media loves RG3. Any fucking intelligent sports fans that reads articles on Yahoo or even on NFL.com, all of them are saying, like, it's not even a race.
Yeah. Like a lot of the writers, like people that get votes, they all been saying give it to Luck. So don't be shocked. You gotta start watching ESPN, Phil.
I'm not going to start reading Yahoo if that's what you want me to do.
Hey, hold on now. Yahoo Sports, good when it comes to sports.
What?
A lot of people. Listen,
a lot of people report stuff all the time that's not true.
Hold on. You gonna let me talk, Phil?
Go ahead.
Not last year, but before that, they had a streak where they picked every Super Bowl matchup for like 5 straight years. Not last year, but like before that, for like 5 straight years. They picked the last 4. And they picked the last 4 NCAA basketball champions. They like, it's in terms of the insiders there, they know what they're talking about.
Wait. Did they pick the Super Bowls at the start of the season or at the start of the playoffs?
That might be true. The insiders might be true.
Start of the season or start of the playoffs?
What?
When they picked the Super Bowl winners, start of the season or start of the playoffs?
Start of playoffs.
All right, well, still pretty impressive.
I mean, but still, that's still kind of hard to do.
All right, next topic. Very quickly, I wanted to go over the value of running backs in today's NFL. I mean, Adrian Peterson's bringing back to light, but I saw a stat today that they are running the ball less now than they are in NFL history by a long shot. And everyone's saying with the fact that Alfred Morris is putting up better numbers than Trent Richardson and Doug Martin, that really drafting a running back early isn't worth it anymore. And I just want to know, like, what is the future of the running back position in this league?
You want to go first, Phil? Let me go.
Go ahead, Marcus.
I think soon that running backs will be just another receiver. They'll be just another slot guy. They will catch like 5-yard routes and screen passes and stuff like that. I really don't believe that. I would say like 10 years now, there will be no more halfbacks in the NFL. I really believe that. Because now remember before how you would get like exercise for throwing the ball 40 times a game. Now that's the norm. Everybody does that. It's like nothing now. So
I don't know. I wouldn't say they're going to be completely gone, but I mean, I obviously it's gone to a pass. I think it's just one of this. This is what the era is right now. Until it goes back to a more balanced era, then running backs are going to take a back seat. But until I don't think they're going to take a back seat forever. I think it's just for right now. That's what they're doing. I mean,
I think the
guys. It still comes down to the teams. If the team wants to run, they're going to run. I don't think they're going to.
I agree with him there. I think the NFL's cyclical. I think we're going to get into an era similar to what Markeem's talking about. But then I think the really smart coaches, the ones that win Super Bowls, are going to be the ones that develop proper run games because everyone will be focusing on the passing attack, and they're going to be the ones that sneak through and get the ring, and then everyone else will try to follow that. Because I do think that when it gets to the point where it's just ridiculous, where it's like 60 passes a game is the norm, that like running backs, those that actually do run the ball, are going to be very, 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 very productive throughout the season. And I think other coaches are going to take note of that. I think at the end of the day, I think you need to have a balanced game to win. I mean, aside from the Packers, name one Super Bowl winner the past few years that didn't have a decent running attack. The Giants had a pretty good one. The Steelers have a really good one. The Saints manipulate the running back position very well. Giants again. Colts and they pass more with, but they still give Edgerrin James a lot of carries. Hell, the Steelers again the year before that. Recently, I think those teams that are built exactly like the Seahawks are my team that I think can win Super Bowls. And I'm not picking Seattle to go to the Super Bowl, but that's that thing.
Can I talk about that real quick?
Go for it.
Fucking trademark, one and done. Like he's so
sure
that they're one and done.
Let's
put like the Seahawks are more equipped for a deep playoff win than the Giants were last year. The Giants won the whole thing. Like if he's so sure that Seattle can't go anywhere in the playoffs and beat the third or fourth seed, he's ridiculous. I'm not saying I'm picking them to do that, but I wouldn't pick them against anybody with confidence. I would not do that.
I think
like this team plays good defense, they run the ball, and they have a really good quarterback. That kid is dumb. Dumb Mark 629.
I'm tweeting that.
Piss me off with that, man.
Alex Smith, son.
God, man.
Dumb Mark 629.
He wonders why he can't make an appearance.
Ooh. All right. Let's move into this week with the wild card and the playoffs mixed together. And big week for the NFL because it's the week that the Dolphins make the next step towards the playoffs. Right?
Okay, kid.
Yeah.
All right.
It'll be all over after this.
I'm going to talk about my Dolphins for a little bit. Last week, I needed 4 teams to lose. We needed the Steelers to lose to the Cowboys, the Browns to lose, the Chargers to lose, and the Jets to lose. And guess what? All 4 of those things happened. Like, there's a reason why I haven't given up yet. I've given up before. Like, when we lost to the Patriots, and then the Steelers and the Bengals both lost, I was like, no. We lost to the Patriots, and the Steelers and Bengals both won. And we were 2 games behind. And I was like, okay, this is over. We're done. But then the next week, the Steelers and Bengals both lose, and then we lose to the Niners. And then I was like, okay, now we're done. And then we beat the Jaguars, and the Steelers lose. The Bengals still win, but now we're only one game behind the Steelers. Like, we're still mathematically alive. Like, every time I give up hope, something crazy happens to just pull me back in. And right now, all we need is this week, I need 4 more things to happen to make the road to the playoffs as easy as possible. Okay, the Dolphins have to win. We're favored to win. It's at home. That's not completely unrealistic. The Bengals have to lose to the Steelers. It's at Pittsburgh. That's not that unrealistic. The Giants have to beat the Ravens. The way the Ravens have been playing, and without Ray Lewis again, that is most certainly not unrealistic. And the Chargers have to beat the Jets. And the Chargers may be playing bad, but the Jets are just, I think the Jets have officially hit rock bottom. So, reality, all 4 of those games.
Have y'all talked about that? Y'all talked about Greg McElroy?
No, we haven't talked. Oh, we need to talk about that. I'm glad Markeem said that.
Yes, we will. Wait, let me very quickly just say that all 4 of those games, all 4 of those winners that I need to win are expected to win. So, it's not completely out of this world. But yes, Greg McElroy gets the start. Mark Sanchez gets the bench. Tebow not even considered. Markeem.
No, you gotta let me go. You gotta let me go.
I'm gonna let Phil go because that's his boy. So.
All right, go, Phil.
All right. Everyone knows I support Tim Tebow. Always have, always will. This proves my point once again that this man is not getting. I know whatever you want to say about last year, the fact that he didn't earn a spot at the point of whatever, at that point when he got it, whatever. But how does a guy, and regardless of how you want to degrade a playoff win, how does a guy that took a team that was, like I said, going to be a top 5 pick to the playoffs, not just single-handedly, I'm not being a complete mark, I'm saying it was a team effort, but he helped that team hugely, let's put it that way, to make the playoffs, and, they won the game against the Steelers after that was a massacre by my Patriots, but, I don't know, something's stuck in my tooth. All right, but all right, then he was promised, allegedly, this is what is going around, that he was promised that he would get an opportunity to compete. That's how it's being put. It was, he would have an opportunity to compete. He goes there, and Sanchez stinks it up. Let's just Sanchez has probably had one of the worst quarterback seasons, I don't know, in a long time. Or at least up there. And this guy doesn't get put in. Like, this guy doesn't get a shot. He gets thrown around like he's a joke. Gets put in at a punter, whatever, punt protector. Here you can come in for a play, and then we'll take you right back out. Stuff like that. And then 2 weeks left in the season. 2 weeks left in the season. You've already screwed him all season long. So then 2 weeks left in the season. What else do? You put McElroy, or how do you say the boy's name?
McElroy.
Third string quarterback above him? Okay, if he's hurt, that's one thing, but he's not hurt. And I'll agree with actually something Skip said. I can't believe I'm going to say this, but I'll agree with something Skip said that I actually felt like Tebow should have flat out buried the Jets in that interview. He came out, he did a little bit not Tebow like stuff. He said something, I don't know what did he say. He said, he's like, I was a little disappointed, which is big coming from Tebow. He didn't say anything.
Earth-shattering from Tebow.
Right. So he said he was a little disappointed. So we were like, okay, got a little bit. But I agree with Skip. We needed more. You should have been like, I was promised this and this and this, or I was promised this. Why did I should have this shot? Like, this should be me. And that's another thing. Sanchez didn't look mad at all. Like, Sanchez didn't look like he was like, of course I want to be out there playing, but I respect the decision. I like my teammate. No, dude, why can't someone just stand up for it? Like, be completely livid. Okay, yeah, if it's the Patriots network, fine. We all know what happens in that little thing. But any other team, like, no one ever shuts up about their teammates. Like, come on. Like, you should stand up for yourself. That's why Sanchez, that's why you go sit on the bench somewhere next year. Like, that's exactly why.
I actually don't agree with that.
Like, you think Sanchez is going to start somewhere, Markeem?
I think that, let's put it like this. I think that, I'll say 2 things. Do I think Sanchez is a good quarterback? No. But I do think that the Jets, him that, like, this season, they put him out there to fail. Like, they gave him no offensive weapons. He was terrible. He was just as bad as we expected. And I think that some desperate team will give him a shot.
But the thing is, you also have to think, a lot of people are saying he may not even leave because that contract.
Yeah, that contract.
You're going to pay that for a guy that's proven to do nothing?
Here's a stat for you. And like Adam Schefter said, this is why the Jets are where they are and why the Patriots are where they are. Mark Sanchez this year made the exact same amount of money that Tom Brady made.
That's crazy. That is crazy.
How does that sound? They both, Tom Brady and Mark Sanchez. They both.
That hurts. Don't say that again.
That's so night and day. That's like the Justice League saying, "Oh, we're gonna make Superman the leader," but hey, ambush bug, you don't have the same responsibility. Y'all know who ambush bug is. So,
I'm about to say that.
I don't agree with this. But it's arguably the worst quarterback in the NFL and the best quarterback in the NFL getting paid the same amount of money. How insane is that?
It's nuts.
That's crazy.
But to get back to what I was going to say, the fact that, like, once again, Tebow is this last time to fail, and he proved that he didn't fail. He actually took him to the playoffs. And I know I've already said it wasn't single-handedly him, but this year he's set up to fail. Yet he wasn't even set up. He was set up and come to New York. We're gonna let you start because Sanchez is gonna suck. And then nope, that's not gonna happen because when Sanchez sucks, we're just gonna let you sit there. We just needed you for publicity because the New York Jets, that's all they care about. The papers, they don't care about the rings, apparently. So, Rex Ryan, you shouldn't kiss Bill Belichick's rings. You should kiss your own paper headlines because that's all you care about, apparently. It's ridiculous. Like, Tebow not getting a shot is ridiculous. And now, before the season, it was rumored that the only two teams that wanted him were the Jets and the Jags. And the fact that he picked the Jets might be Tebow's worst mistake of his life. Because now if the Jags decide they don't want him, where's Tebow going to go? Like, Tebow's not going to get that shot.
I think he'll get.
Hopefully the Jags still want him because I'm telling you, if this guy gets the shot, he's going to prove once again why he can play quarterback. I'm done.
Look.
God, man. See, I was right with you till you said that shit.
I'm telling you.
God.
I'm just telling you, Marquis. Can this guy get in training camp and get a legit shot for once? And then if he fails, you know what? It'll suck. Because I'm a fan, but I'll be happy. It'll be finally he'll be out of the fact that as far as like it'll be proven. Like everybody, he doesn't get that fair shot. He hasn't had that fair shot. And before last season, he hasn't. He hasn't. Look. John Fox openly didn't want the guy. Like openly didn't want the guy. I mean, did he not go to training camp like everyone else? Did he not stink it up and he was listed as fourth string? He was listed as fourth string, Phil. He got thrown out there. Which is a joke.
No, Phil.
No, it is a joke. The fourth.
Phil,
come on, dude.
Phil.
He was still better than Kyle Orton. Clearly.
Listen. All you can do in the NFL, seriously, when you're in the NFL, you get listed by what you do in practice and in games. Truth be told, before that, Tebow only started 2 games. I mean, at the end of the season, when it was pretty much meaningless. Not trying to throw your ball in the bus. This is real.
More than 2, actually.
I'm talking, what, at the end of that season?
Yeah,
you sure about it?
Like 3 or 4.
Well, either way, it still was when everything just didn't matter. That's my point. Everything didn't matter at that point. I mean, Kyle Orton, he sucks too. They had a bad 4 shitty quarterbacks. You know what I mean? And Tebow just happened to suck the worst in practice. So he was listed in 4th grade. That's not a joke. That happens all the time. All the time.
I'm just saying that he proved in those last final games that he could get a legit shot.
He's a backup quarterback. He's irrelevant.
And
that's how I feel. Like I feel like, oh my God.
I give you that, Marquis. Regardless if you feel what I'm saying.
Regardless if you feel he should start or not, the bottom line is that we are talking this much about the feelings of a backup quarterback is laughable. It's hilarious.
I heard it was Stephen A. Smith. Stephen A. Smith, the day after the Jets game, they were talking about this. And the Stephen A. Smith, he was like, why? He's thrown 8 passes this year. Who cares? But I agree with what Tebow said. I mean, what T.O. said. because I think Michael Smith said that this is good for Tebow because now that Tebow Mania has died down, whoever picks him up can just like start from scratch and he can get a real shot. And T.O. was just like, it doesn't matter if it's 5 years removed from Tebow Mania. No matter what, if this guy gets signed to a team, it's going to be a constant media frenzy of will he get to play.
Totally agree.
But that's why I think he'll always get a shot. Like
yo, and Phil, don't agree with you. Because I do agree with you. I believe that the Jets did him dirty. And I feel like as soon as Sanchez was like totally fucking up, you know what I mean? But I kinda see both sides because until last week they were still in playoff contention. You know what I mean? So when do you really pull it?
They'd have made the playoffs if he had started.
Like, well, you don't know that either, but
I will say this. When they get the ball on their own 20-yard line and Sanchez had just thrown a 4th interception, I don't care how bad the backup quarterback looks. In any circumstance, you don't put that guy back out there. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you don't. That's true.
Like, that's ridiculous. He should have been benched right there. I don't care if they even put in McElroy. But the fact that Sanchez got to go back on that field after throwing the 4th interception to cost him the fucking game, they got a lucky break that no team ever gets. No team ever sees a botched punt that puts them in the red zone with 30 seconds left in the game. They should not have put Sanchez back out there, and I was appalled. I would have been more happy if they just had Sean Green take the Wildcat and run up for 5 plays, honestly. Because that shit was ridiculous.
I mean, let me say my piece about this, all right? Tim Tebow got did dirty. Y'all know that nigga can't throw it out. Y'all know that. But bottom line is, regardless of how I feel, the fact is, these are the facts. No matter who he played against, he did. I hate I sound like Skip Bayless, but he did win 7 regular season games. You know what I mean? And he did win a playoff game. That happened. You know what I mean? Like, regardless of what you want to say, it happened. And they bought him in, and they made it seem like he would have an opportunity to play. And he didn't even get that. Like, the way they used him was utterly, like, it was like some Stone Age shit. It was like the most predictable shit ever. You know what I mean? And I feel like if you're going to, like, here's the thing. I think Rex Ryan did this. Like, this is what he did. Rex Ryan did this to kind of save a small shred of him keeping his job. Because let's say he puts in Tebow this week, and Tebow wins this game and in the next game. How would that look? How would Rex Ryan look after that?
Look like
you know what I mean?
He'll see like you more like
he would be like, there'd be no, I don't think he's gonna be back anyway. But there's that small shred he could actually still be there. You know what I mean? So he puts Tebow out there, and you know Tebow wins the next 2 games. People really gonna be calling for his head then. You know. But either way though, what I want to happen is this. I want Tebow to get, like, you know, whoever gets this dude, I want them to commit to this guy because I don't want to hear no excuses whether he fails or succeeds. I don't hear nothing from nobody because I'm tired of talking about the feelings of a man that has only thrown 8 passes in the NFL season. This man gets 2 segments on the most watched sport debate show every day. You know what I mean? This dude he don't even play. He don't even play. And it's ridiculous. I sent Kevin a tweet. The thing that pisses me off about Tebow Mania is all these people act like this has never happened before. Do you guys remember Sean King? I'm done. I'm done. Kid, you remember Sean King? You remember Sean King came? Sean King came in for the Buccaneers and did a similar thing to what Tebow did. He won 6 games, got the Buccaneers in the playoffs. Didn't win a playoff game, but he did the same shit. And you remember him now, kid? Number 10 for the Bucks. Back during the Dungy era.
It's a reminder, yeah.
You said what?
Yes. The name is familiar.
Yeah. It's ridiculous. And that's my point. Y'all had to think about who that was. Tim Tebow does it. It's Tebow.
Yeah. But did Sean King have anywhere near the credentials or media attention before he started like Tebow did?
Right.
Like
I mean that's the case too. But it was a similar. Sean King didn't play very well, and they kept winning. It's a similar thing. People act like this has never happened before.
No. But was Sean King doing the fourth quarter comebacks?
Yeah. 3 of those games he came back in the fourth quarter.
Okay.
Like this is happened. Like I could probably point to other shit in history. I just can't think off the top of it. This has happened before. It's crazy. It is crazy. It's on my nerves now. And I like Tim Tebow, but damn it, this whole Tebow man bullshit is making me not like Tim Tebow. And it's sad because he ain't do nothing. He ain't do that. He's such a nice boy in the center of all this bullshit, and it's annoying. It's annoying.
Then let's move on. Yeah. Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Let's talk about the games.
Marquinhos right though. I do want to say that real quick. Marquinhos right. This is a bunch of crap.
All right. Then let's end it at that. No. That's it. I'm gonna use Marquinhos' line from a few weeks ago. He's a second-string quarterback. He's irrelevant. Yeah. I'm moving on. Actually, right now he's a third-string quarterback, so he's even more irrelevant. Sorry.
Until he proves it right. But
I'm moving on. Let's get to the big games this week. Plenty of big games, plenty of playoff implications, the wild card race. Before I go down the games, Phil, are you still sticking with Colts Bengals as your playoffs?
Yep.
And NFC?
NFC, what did I say? I changed it, didn't I?
I think you had the Saints originally.
Oh yeah, obviously they're not in it. Did I make a record on the record for anything else?
I don't think so.
Are they mathematically eliminated?
The Saints?
Yeah, they are. They are.
Let me check.
Yeah, they are. When they lost to the Giants, they were mathematically.
Well, let me see if the Giants lose out, and the Saints
can't make it. I'm telling you, I looked at this.
Oh yeah. Of course you did, Phil.
But they are ahead of Tampa. I just need Tampa to lose this week and Saints to win, and I'll be like, ballin'.
Shut the fuck up.
Oh, quick side note. Y'all think Calvin Johnson gonna get the record?
Oh, Jerry Rice's record?
Yeah, most yards.
I'm not sure, man. I mean, the way you can't trust them.
That's been been very quiet.
Because he's been balling all year. They've been so disappointing.
Yeah, the Madden curse. Apparently, he just decided to put the Madden curse on his team. And
hey, he missed the game. He missed the game.
Oh, he missed the game. Yeah, but he's working on his best season ever. Like, come on.
He missed the game. That's all I know.
It's about the Lions, the Madden curse.
He missed the game. Yeah. Yeah, dude, the Saints can still make the playoffs, you dipshit. I just worked it out.
No, they can't.
You dumbass. I have them in my NFC playoffs right now. If they need the Cowboys...
Explain.
It's very easy. If the Cowboys, Giants, Bears, and Vikings all lose out, and the Saints win out, the Saints make the playoffs at 8-8.
Wow.
There
is still a shot.
The Bears...
And if that happens, even further drives home my point.
Shut up.
NFL regular season is damn near meaningless.
For this to happen, you need the Eagles to win a game. You need the Cardinals to win a game. You need the Lions to win a game. It's too much. That's too much. Too much to ask for. But yes, the Saints can still make the playoffs.
But they're not making it.
I'll tell you, if the Giants get hot at the end of this year and repeat, y'all ain't gonna never hear the end of it from me. Y'all will never hear the end of it.
They're not repeating.
Just get ready.
Yeah, but Eli isn't playing as bad as he was last season towards the end. I mean, he's playing much worse now than he was last season.
I thought last year they wouldn't even get in. So,
but once they beat the Falcons, I knew they were going to the Super Bowl. Like I was pretty sure. I knew they were beating the Packers. I called it that like the days leading up to that game. The Giants are going to win this game.
I was like, I knew that if the Packers lost, it would be to the Giants. They would have got past the Giants. They would have won.
Okay, yeah, sure. Keep telling yourself that, bro. Fuck Aaron Rodgers.
Whatever, nigga.
All right. So big games this week. Playoffs on the lines.
Hold on. I need to know what my picks are.
What you're
so I have the Saints out of the playoffs now.
Yes.
And to replace and I said the Bears weren't going to make it.
Okay, you're gonna put the Vikings in there or the Giants?
No, it's gonna be I think it's gonna be the Giants and the
Seahawks.
And the Seahawks, yeah.
Okay.
So I'll stick with that. Yeah.
Markeem, what are your two wild cards?
With the Redskins.
With the Redskins winning.
Redskins winning the division, right? Yeah.
Markeem, what are your?
Man, I y'all know I want to stick with my Vikings pick, but man, I don't know, man, because I don't think they can beat the Texans. I don't think Adrian Peterson can beat the Texans alone.
Yes, let's just say the Adrian Petersons, not the Vikings.
Yeah, the Adrian. Like, because aren't they going for home field this week?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, the Vikings clinch home field if they win.
The Texans.
Maybe in the Texans.
Yeah, the Texans.
Yes, I really don't think they have that this week. So I guess I got no choice but to take them out, and I can't believe I'm gonna actually do this. But
the Texans can't clinch till week 17, though. By the way.
No, if they win this week, if they win their week, they clinch because Denver, they have the tiebreaker over Denver, and they're a game ahead.
Right. That's
can't believe I'm gonna do this, but I got the Redskins actually winning that division.
Ooh, okay.
Now, and the Giants getting it also.
Really? Interesting.
Yeah.
Me and Marquis agree.
So you have the Bear, because actually, wait, no, I think the Giants. The Bears.
Yeah. I took the Bears out. The Bears are gone.
No, but the Giants. No, because the Giants have the tiebreaker. I think. Yeah, they do. If they didn't, I would say you're crazy because the Bears aren't losing another game. But the Giants have the tiebreaker. So, and they're playing two teams that are in a rough patch right now with the Ravens and the Eagles. All right. And you have Bengals winning the other wild card spot?
Yeah, still got them there.
All right. Realistically, I got the Steelers winning that spot. I think they're winning this week. And if they win this week, it's nearly impossible for them to drop that spot to the Bengals because the Bengals would have to beat the Ravens and the Steelers would have to lose to the Browns. And the Ravens are going to play their starters because they won't have clinched the division if they lose this week. I think having the Bengals beat the Ravens and the Steelers lose to the Browns is nearly impossible. The Steelers could lose to the Browns, and the Dolphins could beat the Patriots, and the Dolphins could take that playoff spot. But realistically, I think the Steelers are taking that as a slot, even though I picked the Bengals, and you both picked the Steelers, and I was the only one that picked the Bengals mid-season. But I don't know, man. It's just hard to trust them. That Eagles game, they looked awful. Like, if the Eagles weren't the Eagles and didn't turn over the ball, like, imminently, the Eagles would have won that game easily because they just looked terrible, the Bengals did. I mean, they lost the week before to the Cowboys. This is the most inconsistent team in the NFL. Start out 3-2, go on a 4-game losing streak, then a 3-game winning streak, and then a 2-game losing streak. Like, it's just so hard to trust this team to get to the playoffs. You know what? I'm going to change my mind. I'm going to pick them to win just because I'm not going to be like Skip Bayless hedging my bet. I'm going to stick with what I picked midseason.
The courage of your convictions.
I'm sticking with my conviction. I'll stick with the Bengals, although I have no confidence in this whatsoever. I'm not going to be like Michael Smith, who today on Around the Horn, on Numbers Never Lie, they had the debate. Who's the most likely to win the division? Giants, Cowboys, or Redskins? And Hugh Douglas said the Cowboys. And Michael Smith was all like, yeah, didn't I tell you about the Cowboys like weeks ago? And then he read the number, but Michael Smith said Redskins. But he told Hugh Douglas, didn't I tell you about the Cowboys weeks ago? And then when the numbers said,
really, nigga?
Yes, and then when the numbers said Redskins, even though he had told Hugh Douglas, I told you about the Cowboys weeks ago. When he read the Numbers Never Lie and it said Redskins have the best chance, he said, and I predicted them to win at the start of the season. Well, what the fuck is it then? You picked them to win at the start of the season, but you picked the Cowboys a few weeks ago. Like, it's bullshit. So.
That was funny as hell. Stephen A. was like, Skip should teach a class called Hedging with Professor Bayless.
It's cutting corners. Like right now, I really do think the Broncos are going to the Super Bowl. But I'm going to stick with the Texans because I picked them mid-season. And if they do go to the Super Bowl, I will be so right. And I don't want to undercut that possibility by picking the Broncos. So I'm sticking with the Texans, even though I have more faith in Denver. But yeah, I'm sticking with the Bengals. Don't have any confidence at all. I'm praying for them to lose so the Dolphins can still make the playoffs. But yeah, and on the NFC, I think it's Seattle, Chicago, and Dallas. I don't have the Giants or the Redskins in the playoffs. I'm sticking with my original NFC playoff bracket, which I think was exactly like it says here, except I think I had the Bears winning the division instead. I didn't predict them to go in this 5-game collapse. But like I have our playoffs right here. Let me see if Markeem had. Markeem, your playoffs had okay, no, that's Phil. Phil had Packers.
I had the Packers at the 6th seed. I do remember that.
You had them at 5. You had Packers and Vikings with the Giants winning the division, and You had Colts and Steelers, and Phil had Packers and Saints with the Giants winning the division, and I had Bears, 49ers, Falcons, Cowboys, Seahawks, Packers. So, sorry boys, but if my 6 teams make the playoffs, you'll never hear the end of it. Just saying, because we did this what, week 9? Week 9, right? We did it like halfway through the season.
Yeah, week 9.
Okay, I called in week 9 the Cowboys were going to win the division, and you motherfuckers have been teasing me about it ever since. Ever since.
Like they
Every
said
week.
on the Audible show, you trust the Cowboys?
They've won 3 in a row in December, a time where they're
You
usually
still
8 and 13.
trust the Cowboys?
Yo, this is a characteristic, man. I gotta give a kid that. They don't usually win late in the year.
So
They always win in December.
no, they were 8 and 13 in this. They're 8 and 13 in December before the season. Now they're 3 and 0.
Must be November. I'm thinking of.
So yeah, November they play really well. It's December. Yeah, November they Tony Romo's only lost 3 times in November, I think. But I'm picking the Cowboys. I've been sticking with them for weeks, and I have them winning that division. I have them beating RG3. The fact that RG3 was beating them 28-3 and the Cowboys only lost by a touchdown, come on. Come on. That's almost...
Like the Redskins, a lot of people don't realize, the Redskins D still has a lot of problems.
They're hurt. They have a lot of empty corners. That's why I think the Cowboys are winning. And I have the Bears. They just have too easy of a schedule.
By the way, I have Seattle as a 60.
The only way the Bears don't make the playoffs is if the Giants win out, and that's a legitimate possibility. But we'll get to that. So
I have Seattle as a 60, by the way.
Let's get to the... Oh, okay.
It will only make the playoffs because of a replacement ref win.
No, not true.
Yes, it is. I have them losing this week. Well, we'll get to that, but...
Okay, but
they'll be the 6th seed if they'd have one more loss, 9 and 7.
Okay, but they would have robbed the Bears, who, quite frankly, don't look like a playoff team recently.
Yeah, but still, Robin is Robin.
All right. Okay, on the clock. Very quickly, lightning round here because I've just received the message that I gotta go soon. So, you can. I'll just give the winner. I won't give much of a recap. But Cowboys Saints, Markeem.
Cowboys, they need to win this game.
Phil?
They're playing for nothing.
I got the Saints. The Cowboys prove exactly why they're the Cowboys this week. And the Saints, now that I know they are still playing for something, and after they completely derailed the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, I got the Saints this week.
I'm really tired of you guys making fun of me for picking the Cowboys. I can only be right for so many weeks in a row. Obviously, I got the Cowboys here, and I think
I'm gonna laugh so hard when the Saints win.
You wanna do the bet again? You wanna do the bet again?
I'm not betting. No, I'm not betting anything involving the Cowboys. Heck no.
Okay, fine. Next game.
What will we bet? There's nothing to bet. We've already done everything.
All right, fine, whatever. Next we got Dolphins Bills. Markeem.
I guess the Dolphins because the Bills are terrible.
The Dolphins are
no other reason than that.
Phil?
I would love to see the Bills sweep them, but I got to go with the better team. Dolphins win. Not really much playoff implications, but they have to win. So, but I got the Dolphins.
Nice. Obviously, you guys know who I got. Oh, and by the way, Phil astutely pointed out that the only 2 times I've picked the Patriots to win on the show, they've lost.
That's hilarious.
Legitimately, every time I picked them to win, they lose. Every time I picked them to lose, they win.
You got to keep doing that, kid.
I'm picking the Patriots to beat the Jaguars this week.
No!
In fact, I'm officially going to make it a game. It's officially on the record. Phil, who do you think's going to win this game, Patriots or Jaguars?
Patriots.
Markeem?
I mean, this is an easy matchup.
They better win. You got the Patriots.
Is Maurice Jones-Drew coming back this week? Because if he is,
no, he's not even going to come back for the rest of the season, is what they're saying.
He's not on the injury reserve yet, though.
Yeah, but they're saying it's.
Okay, if he was back this week, if he was back this week, I think this game will be a lot closer than you all give credit for.
But he's not coming back.
Markeem, would you even admit that? Because Maurice Jones-Drew's a beast, and you haven't seen him in like 10 weeks.
Yeah, but he's not coming back.
Okay. But it's on the record. I'm predicting the Patriots to win. All right.
Why
Chargers.
would you mess up your record? You should just keep with the Jags so that this doesn't mess up the streak. So there's a good streak going.
Chargers versus Jets.
This is still in there?
No, neither of them are in there, but the Dolphins need the Jets to lose in order to make the playoffs. Yeah. And both teams are this is a disaster game. Who's the worst disaster, Markeem?
The worst disaster.
I think the Jets, man, without like Greg McElroy, I think he has all the heart and all mentality of an NFL quarterback. He just is physically gifted as an NFL quarterback, and I think he's terrible in this game and they lose.
I got the Chargers. I'm not even going to say anything else.
Same. Redskins, Eagles. It's on the road. It's a big game for the Redskins. I think it might be a trap game.
Nah, I got the Redskins, obviously.
Well, you've picked your team once this whole season, and they lost. Phil?
It is a disaster, man.
Phil?
Hold on.
Oh, shit. Phil over there succumbing to his age symptoms over there.
Phil!
Right. I've got the Redskins winning.
I want to go out.
I really hope they don't get trapped here.
I want to go out on a limb and pick the Eagles, but I just don't have enough confidence in that team to do so. But don't be surprised. This won't be the Patriots-Seahawks, like where I said don't be surprised the Seahawks win and change it. I'm not changing my pick. I don't trust the Eagles at all. I'm just saying if they do win, it wouldn't shock me. Bengals-Steelers, big game. Pretty much the winner of this game probably goes to the playoffs. Markeem?
I definitely have the Bengals. Like I don't know what Steelers team like. And same thing with Bengals. Like, we don't know which team we get from week to week, but I think that they can't do anything with AJ Green. I think he's gonna go off and they're gonna win this game.
Phil?
I think this is a tough game for me because the Bengals have not beaten the Steelers. I think and it's like what?
They're
it's been a while.
They're 0-9.
Yeah, I know. And Andy Dalton also has his worst games against the Steelers.
Right.
They're 0-9 against. They're 0-9 against the Steelers and the Ravens the last 9 games, and 1-11 total. And that win was against the Ravens.
1-11, like as
1-11. The past 12 times they've played the Steelers and Ravens, they're 1-11.
So I mean, it's tough, but I think this has got to the Bengals. Andy Dalton. I think Andy Dalton has been kind of flying under the radar a little bit too. I think he's been playing really good. No, maybe not really good, but he's been playing good.
Yes.
And I think the Bengals win this game, make a statement. If they don't win this game, how can you ever feel confident in the Bengals at all? I'm not.
Exactly.
This game could go either way. I wouldn't be shocked if the Bengals lost, but I need the Bengals to win because I think they're the better team and they got to prove it for once. So Bengals.
Fair enough.
They got to do exactly what the Ravens had trouble doing, beating the Steelers. So.
I'm picking them just because they were my preseason pick, but I don't trust them, and I kind of think the Steelers are winning this game, but I'm sticking with the Bengals as my pick. Vikings-Texans. Markeem.
Like I said, man, I can't pick against the Texans in this game. They're playing for home field, but I really think Adrian Peterson will go well over 200 yards in this game.
Phil?
I think I'm the same way. I just think the Vikings are clearly one-dimensional. And Texans. I mean, yeah, I agree.
Understatement of the century, right there.
Right. They're clearly one-dimensional. But the Texans win this game, and then they can rest and do all the little things they want to do when they choke in the playoffs. But I got the Texans winning this game.
Same. Browns, Broncos. I mean, I put it on here because there is some sort of playoff implications, but let's be real here. Is anyone here actually picking the Browns?
Let's go Browns!
I'll say this. This game will be close.
No, man, I've been waiting.
Continue with the Broncos-Brown things. Hurry up. Broncos-Browns. Hurry up. Go.
Yeah, but it'll be close for the Broncos.
Phil?
I would love for the Browns to win because I want that number 2 seed. But like I said, maybe this is the year we need to finally not be a 1 or 2 seed. And that'll be when we get it done. But Broncos win this game. If the Broncos lose this game, I'd be kind of shocked, honestly.
2 picks in 1 here. Giants, Ravens, 49ers, Seahawks. I got the Giants, and I got the 49ers. I think the Seahawks finally fall at home for the first time all season. I'm calling it right now. And the Ravens are just an epic disaster. Giants get hot last 2 weeks in December. I got the Giants and 49ers in this one. Markeem, go.
I got the Giants, and I'm not picking that other game.
Why?
because that matchup, man. I'm not picking that game.
You have to. Don't be a pussy.
No, I don't. I don't have to do anything.
Fine, it's an automatic loss.
Automatic, yeah, there you go.
Hey,
Like
hold
that.
on. Don't do that. Okay, well then I guess the Niners then. God damn.
Phil, quickly.
Giant. Don't be snapping me, boy.
Dude, I gotta go quickly.
Giants, Ravens. It's been reported Ray Lewis will not be in the last games. Playing the last 2 games. So I've got the Giants, and they don't get blown out twice or get beat twice like that. So Giants, after getting blown out last week, come to decide to make a statement. And 49ers Seahawks, huge game. We'll definitely be watching this on Sunday night. Should be awesome. I think the Niners pull it out. I think it's close. 12th man is going to be a problem for them, but Niners take it.
And
Seahawks
that's all we have this week. Thank you all. Those are our picks. Have a good day and goodbye. Yeah, I gotta go. Bye.
18 minutes.
Later.
Yeah, peace. Yeah, peace.